Same hero, same abilities, same moment, but watch what happens on each side. One version of him can kill anyone and dies in seconds. The other gets jumped by 3 enemies at once and still wins the fight. So what's the difference? The soul counter. More souls means more health, more damage, more of his kit actually online. That's the entire gap. Not aim, not skill, souls. Which is why this is the most important video in the series. So let's define what souls actually are. Souls are basically gold and XP from other MOBAs, merged into a single currency. Every soul gives you 2 things at once. It lets you buy items from the shop that boost your damage, survivability and mobility. And passively, as your soul count grows, your hero-based stats grow with it. Health, damage, attack speed and so on. So where do souls actually come from? Lane creeps, the main source in the first 10 minutes. During the laning stage, this is your primary source of souls. Natural creeps, farm that spawns at locations marked on the map. Kill these creeps and you get souls for it. Buildings and objectives. Guardians, walkers, all enemy structures. On top of that, there are 2 separate objectives, the urn and the rift. The urn gives souls to the specific player who grabs it, while the rift gives souls to the whole team and also empowers your creeps. Hero kills. Killing an enemy hero gives you a solid chunk of souls. And assists. The player who lands the kill gets the bulk of the souls, and the player who gets the assist gets a share. To get credit for an assist, you don't even need to have damaged the hero, just being nearby when they die is enough. Here's the key thing to understand. The souls gap is non-linear, it's a snowball. The more souls you have, the faster your farm, the more likely you are to win a duel, and the more souls you go on to earn through kills and denies. In Deadlock, souls don't work the way gold does in Dota or League. When a trooper dies, its souls split into 2 parts. The first part drops to the ground. That's roughly 60% of all the souls. Only your team can pick it up, the enemies can steal it. All you have to do is walk up close. The second part flies into the air. That's another roughly 40% of souls. This is the part you actually fight over. Once the orb starts cracking, you can shoot it. If you hit it first, the souls are yours. If the enemy hits it first, they steal it. If nobody shoots it, after a moment the orb automatically gets credited to your team. But if there's an enemy nearby, don't risk it, confirm it right away. That's why good players almost always run the same sequence. Finish the trooper, immediately flick your aim to the orb and confirm it. After a few games, this becomes second nature. There's also a way to skip that whole fight entirely. If you finish a trooper with a melee hit instead of a ranged shot, the soul doesn't split in half or fly anywhere. It's instantly and fully yours as one piece. The enemy never gets a chance to contest it, so whenever it's safe to walk up close, melee finishing a trooper is your guarantee that you won't lose a single soul. The most common beginner mistake: they only look at the troopers. The trooper's already dead, the orb has already popped, and while they're shooting the next one, the enemy calmly walks off with almost half the trooper's value. This is exactly how lane economy gets lost. The practice routine is simple. Go into game and don't just count how many troopers you finish, count how many orbs you manage to confirm. Your goal is to miss almost none of them. Denying in Deadlock isn't about finishing your own creep like in Dota. Here denying means one thing: you are the first to shoot down the enemy's flying orb. Then you get those souls, and they get nothing. One action pulls in both directions simultaneously. After a few waves, the difference is already obvious. You have more souls, more items, and a stronger hero. There's also a psychological effect. When the enemy keeps watching their orbs get stolen, they start rushing, making mistakes, overextending to chase orbs. or eventually just giving up on fighting for them at all. Either way, it works in your favor. Most common mistake: ignoring the enemy's orbs. A lot of beginners think it's only a few souls. In reality, this is one of the simplest ways to gain a real lane advantage. Here is another important point: how souls get split between allies. If several players are standing near a trooper, everyone within range gets souls from it. Duo lanes even get a small bonus to the total souls earned. So playing 2 on 1 lane together is perfectly fine early on. A solo player usually finishes laning with more souls overall. They are not splitting anything with anyone. That's completely normal, and it's exactly why solo heroes tend to buy their first expensive items faster. If you're playing duo, you don't need to fight each other over every trooper. It's far more important to control the orbs together, land the knights and pressure the enemy as a pair. That's how a duo lane actually gets its edge. 3 things to remember from this video. Souls are the single metric of power. Everything else is a consequence. Every trooper is 2 orbs. Your team gets the ground orb just for being close, but you have to confirm the flying orb yourself with a shot. Train that reflex. Denying means shooting down the enemy's flying orb, not finishing your own creep. One action makes you richer and the enemy poorer at the same time. That's the foundation that set the pace for the whole game, and without understanding souls, creeps and denies, there is no point moving on. If you've still got questions, drop them in comments. We'll sort it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if it was useful for you. That's it for today.